nation. Not even a crack.
There she is. The White Witch. A prisoner in ice.
I wonder what sorcery, or worse, sorcery, we'll have to use to get her out.
I don't know how long she'll last within that ice. There must be a way.
There she is. The White Witch. A prisoner in ice.
I wonder what sorcery,
I don't know how long she'll last within that ice.
sorcery we'll
There
have to
must be
use
a
to
way.
get her out.
I don't know how long she'll last within that ice. There must be a way.
Chill!
I needed that.
Our champion has returned. Have you yet lit Source Hunter? It would be my sincerest honor. Take this rune, and use it to summon me when you're near the witch once more. If she can be extracted, I listened closely. She gave him us. Come to...
Benedict, we best be on our way then. The spring and autumn kingdoms won't rule themselves, you know. May our paths cross soon, Source Hunter.
she'll
There
last
she
within that ice.
is.
There
The White
must be a
Witch.
way.
A prisoner in ice.
I wonder what sorcery, or worse, sorcery, we'll have to use to get her out.
This is your White Witch, then. And you're sure you want to free her, are you? But I am in your...
Gods, it's colder than a witch's teat. How very callous of Leandra to entire her only sister in a barren tundra for eternity.
Ikara, you're all right? The ice, King Boreas, and your sister. What a frigid hell you've endured.
And yet not even a frigid hell like this could induce you to put on a shirt, could it, Ahu? My old...
That honor goes to a pair of talented source hunters, actually. If not for their effort...
Then perhaps I ought to... Well, what a motley crew we are. Yes, of course, of course. Do pardon me. I didn't mean to imply you were very clearly eternal beings in the guise of... Oh, yes, I suppose I am. But I do prefer my given name, Ikara. But I hope I haven't disappointed my own hero. Am I just as white and witchy as you'd hoped? First things first, Source Hunter. For my freedom... Now, about the culprits. My corrupted sister and the mad Winter King. When I realized exactly where, and to whom Leandra was consigning me, I was certain I'd never enjoy the sun. But neither she nor I anticipated the Source Hunter. That was her mistake, and my blessing. I never would have imagined Leandra capable of dealing with the likes of Boreas, but she has changed into someone I hardly recognize anymore. I take no pleasure in the memory of that night. The thought of hurting anyone or anything is abhorrent to me. But if you've come this far, I trust you've learned that the Counselor was far from a humble civil servant. This doesn't excuse my behavior, but perhaps it can help to explain it. It's a sordid story, to be perfectly frank. Two sisters, a philanderous, treacherous wizard, death and mayhem. Are you sure you're interested in such things? The sparkle in your eye belies your better nature, Source Hunter. Now I know that it is your duty to get to the heart of this. And, in truth, the events of that night were but one part. Now that One night, as I slept, I had a sudden revelation. No dream, but a vision. My sister Leandra and my lover Zandalor. I didn't understand, but I recognized their location. Cyseal's King Crab Inn. I arrived and looked through their window, but inside, everything was wrong. Leandra had fled, and Counselor Jake stood over the wizard, a knife in his hand and hate in his eyes. As I watched, he drove the dagger deep into Zandalor's heart, and I was too late to stop him. In that moment, I broke. I saw before me not a man, not even a beast, but evil incarnate. And I used Source to slay him. On the floor lay Zandalor. In my hands, I held Jake's life force. I had sworn never to use Source, but I couldn't walk away. And so I did the unthinkable. I used the Counselor's life to save Zandalor's. He was alive, but only just. Betrayal. Murder. Source. We were all of us guilty now. If you were any other Source Hunter, I suppose you'd strike me down where I stand after that terrible admission. Fortunately for us both, my own little sister. Her collusion with King Boreas in imprisoning me here confirms my worst fears. She has planned for this reason, and with a heavy heart. I must ask you, Source Hunter. I hate to extend my own invitation, Source Hunter, but I believe I ought to accompany you to Zigzax's hideout. Presumptuous, yes, but I'd recognize the imp's essence just about anywhere. Both he and you must learn more about the darkness that has extended itself into our dearest Rivellon. And but unless that's a bear flailing through the threads of time, I do believe Master Zigzax is on his way. Make way, Source Hunter, lad.
Hunters, you've done it! Ikara is free! Ah, what good it does my impish heart to see her safe and bright! We have much to discuss. Come one and all to the end of time. A spot of something warm and the soft glow of the tapestry ought to do us all a bit of good, hmm? There you are, Ikara. Now, if we're done playing hide and seek, let's not waste a jot more time. Oh, I just can't wait to pick your every synapse.
After you, Master Zigzax.
So that's the White Witch, eh? I expected someone a little more evil. I can't say I'd cut her down for mistake, but she sure has fewer horns than I expected.
Here is a woman clearly deserving of respect, Madora. Please, for once, let not your source-addled presumptions cloud your judgment.
We've solved the murder and caught the culprit, yet this case feels anything but closed.
There's more to this crime than simple fact. Killing a killer is hard.
We'll have to learn...
There must be a way out of here. There must be a way home. Well, it'd be pretty fantastic if I knew what the hell were happening. What? No? You there, please. Hell if I know. What? No? You there, please. You've got to hear me. It's full of dead bodies and vermin, and the snow people seem to... Well, it'd be pretty fantastic if I knew what... What? No? fine. Much poets.
Do you really think he'd let me in on it in advance if he'd been planning an affair with...
Why? I see Master Zigzags has upgraded from his shabby little hut at the edge of the hour. From the fairy dimension to the, space-time weaver hunter imp one. What do you call this? Ha! Is that so? It seems I have my share well, I must say, it's no small relief to find myself in a safe haven among such allies. I believe the answer to that begins centuries ago, when ours was a family of born sorcerers, still. Their meekness wouldn't save them. I am. But there is more to our kind than they teach at your academy. Source isn't only blood, and we sorcerers are like metal steeple. But what so many fail to understand is that Source, tell me, Source Hunter, in all your hours studying the arcane arts, did your great masters ever suggest that perhaps not all sorcerers were evil? Did you ever hear? No. No. No.
Still, one can't help but wonder where the gods have run off to in all this. The void won't spare them, you know. There's no hiding from the great nothing. Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from her. It shall be my pleasure. Familiar in... Oh, do collect more stones, won't you? I'm almost certainly. That must be the Hall of Flames, mustn't it? You control the elements, Source Hunter, and fire is the most inherently destructive of them all. Like you, she is a mystery. But she seems to know you, doesn't she? Perhaps you'll meet her again. Ah, I can't think of a... So you have. They are yours now. The chosen two anew. Of all the wicked things, you'll have to redouble your efforts, my friend. You'll have to find, like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot. Indeed I can. The tapestry has revealed all. Saucy stuff. Suffice to say that though Zandalore and Ikara were an item, the wizard gave in to his baser instincts. Only what truly interested her was not his body, no more. You see, he is instrumental to her plans. But when Leandra, Imp Slayer, Blood Craver, Void Seeker. All-round lovely lass, ain't she? Tell me, my friend, have you heard any recent prophecies regarding the... what was it again? Oh yes, the so-called Damned One.
Not lately, Master Imp. Indeed, I very much fear that until the Void is caged once more, there will be no future to prophesy.
There's something to it, isn't there? Go on then, Ed. Speak your piece.
This ghostly form is the finest blessing we can hope for. The sights, the sounds, the chaos. Ah, who'd give all this up for oblivion?
Go on then, Ed. Speak your piece.
Judged by a panel of stony-faced gods.
Go on then, Ed. Speak your piece.
Judges.
Well, what do you wish to say? Words are like wine, you know. Will them well or wake up weak, and would that I could. Oh, I wonder. I can tell it. Well, you know, I'm Walter Wellington McWishingwell. It was that my brother William. I wish you well.
The spell appears to have failed.
Well, what do you wish to say? Words are like wine, you know. Oh, I wonder, would you be willing to take a whack? I can teleport you to the... Give William I...
Simply wonderful. The spell, it's working. This well is being willed back to Cecile. Will you visit Wallet?
We'll meet again, Walt. You went and whisked Willie back to Wally. Whip out your wallet and wing a bit of gold my way, and I'll wow you in return. This well wishes to work his magic. I'm wild with delight now that what a wonderful... What would you like to wish, our most willing friend? Decide how much you're willing to spare, and I'll will you something wondrous in a wee wallet, yours. You went and whisked Willy back to Wally. What a wonder! I'm wild. I wish you well. You went and whisked Willy back to Wally. I'm wild with delight. What a I wish you well.